Hi all, good morning. I hope all of you are fine. Welcome to your ICT class. So children, in our last class, we have learned about the software known as calcium, which help us to learn about the periodic table, elements in the periodic table, then the features of those elements. We have also learned about two other softwares, that is GChem table and G periodic, which help us to learn about the same, that is periodic table, elements and their features. So with the help of these elements, we have seen how to get the informations related to each of the elements in the periodic table, such as melting point, boiling point, electronic affinity, electronic configuration, covalent and van der Waals radius, atomic mass, then electronegativity, oxidation states, then information related to the different isotopes, then the year in which the element was discovered, the person who has discovered the element, then how the element got the name, then the atomic model of that element, etc. So we have studied about these three softwares. The learning objective for today's class is to learn about another software that is known as G Chemical, which help us to make the models of molecules. Okay, so we know all these substances are made up of atoms, and combination of atoms are known as molecules. So the molecules are made up of many minute atoms, and molecules cannot be seen with our naked eyes. So we have softwares like G Chemical, which help us to make the molecule models, and so that we can see the molecular structure in our computer. Okay, so let's open the software G Chemical. For that, go to applications, select education. From that, select G Chemical. Okay, this is the G Chemical main window. Here we can see a space, a blank space. Here we can draw the models, or we can make the models of molecules. And in order to make the models, we have many tools in the toolbar. So let's see some of the tools. This one is draw tool, which help us to draw the models of molecules. Second one is erase tool, which is used to erase something. Then we have orbit XY tool, which is used to turn the models in three-dimensional direction. Then we have a set the current element tool, which is used to include the atoms of elements. Then the last one is set the current bond type, which is used to select the chemical bond. Okay, so this is G Chemical main window. Here in this blank space, we can draw the molecular structures. For that, we have many tools in toolbar. First one is draw tool, which is used to draw. Then erase tool to erase. Then orbit XY tool in order to turn the molecules in three-dimensional direction. Then this one is set the current elements, which is used to include the atoms of various elements. Then the last one, set the current bond type, that is to select the chemical bonds such as single bond, double bond, etc. Okay, so these are some of the tools which help us to make the molecular models. Now let's move on to our activity, that is, let's make a model of water molecule. So all of us know the water, it is made up of, a molecule of water is made up of 2 hydrogen atoms and 1 oxygen atom. So water molecule is H2O. So we can make the model of water molecule, that is H2O, using this G Chemical software. So our first step is to open the G Chemical software. We have done that. Now we have to click on the tool which is used to include the atoms. That is this tool, set the current element. Okay, so select this tool, then we can see the periodic table. From here we have to select the required element. So in order to make the molecule of water, we need 2 hydrogen atoms and 1 oxygen atom. So first we will select the element hydrogen. So click on this hydrogen. Okay, now in order to draw the hydrogen atoms, we can use the draw tool. So select this draw tool, then click in the canvas. Now we got 1 hydrogen atom. Okay, again click at another point. Now we got second hydrogen atom. So now we got 2 hydrogen atoms. Next we need a oxygen atom. So we have to change the element. So again go to this tool, that is set the current element. Select that. Then we have to select the element oxygen. So select oxygen. Now again use the draw tool and click here in the canvas once. Now we got a oxygen atom. Okay, so we have two hydrogen atoms and one oxygen atom. So we got all the atoms. Okay, so after getting all the element atoms, we have to right click on the canvas, and from here we have to select render. In that, select label mode, then select element. Now we can see that the three atoms are labeled. Here we can see H, here also H, and here O. So now all the atoms are labeled. Next we have to set the chemical bond to combine these atoms. For that we have to select the tool, set the current bond type. So this is the set the current bond type tool. Select that. From here we can select which type of bond we need, that is single, double or triple. So we need a single bond. So select single. Then again select the draw tool. Now we have to draw the chemical bonds between the atoms. Okay. So how can we do that? We have to click and drag from one element to another. So now I am going to click on this hydrogen atom, then drag the mouse, and then after reaching oxygen atom, release it. Okay, now we got a chemical bond between first hydrogen atom and oxygen atom. Now we need another chemical bond here between the second hydrogen atom and oxygen atom. So again, click on the hydrogen atom, drag the mouse, then when we reach the oxygen atom, release the mouse. Okay, now we got the chemical bonds between the atoms. After giving the chemical bonds, right click in the canvas, then select compute. From that, geometry optimization. Here we can give how the molecules should be arranged. Then click OK button. Okay. Now we have completed making the model of a water molecule. Now we can use the orbit XY tool to rotate the molecular model in three-dimensional direction. So select this orbit XY tool, then click in the canvas and just move the mouse in various directions so that we can see the molecule is rotating in various directions. Okay, so this is how we can make a model of molecules. Now in your textbook page number 120, in Let's Evaluate section, 2 questions are given. Let's do these activities also. First activity is prepare a model of ammonia molecule and present it. Ammonia means NH3. So we need one nitrogen atom and 3 hydrogen atoms. So let's draw the ammonium molecule. We'll take a new page. For that, go to File, select New. Okay. Now ammonia is NH3. We need one nitrogen atom and 3 hydrogen atom. So first click on this set the current element tool. Then from here we have to select the nitrogen atom. So this is nitrogen atom. Click on that. Then using this draw tool, we have to click in the canvas in order to get a nitrogen atom. Okay, now we got a nitrogen atom. Now we need 3 hydrogen atoms. So again go to set the current element tool, then select hydrogen, then using this draw tool, we have to draw 3 hydrogen atoms. So click at 3 points. Okay, now we got 3 hydrogen atoms. Now we have to draw the chemical bonding between the atoms. For that, go to this set the current bond type tool, then select the bond type which we need. Okay, now we have to draw the bonds. For that, select the draw tool, click on one atom, then drag the mouse Then when we reach the second atom, release the mouse. So we got the chemical bond between these two atoms. In similar manner, we have to draw the bonds between the other atoms also. So click and drag. From here also click and drag. Then right click on the canvas, select render, then label mode, then element. Now the elements got labeled. Now right click in the canvas, compute, geometry optimization, OK. Now we can use the orbit XY tool. Then we can rotate the molecule in 3 dimension. Okay. Now let's move on to the second question. Make a model of carbon dioxide molecule and save its screenshot. So carbon dioxide means CO2. We need 1 carbon atom and 2 oxygen atom. So let's do this. File, new. Okay. Now first of all use this set the current element tool. Then select carbon atom. Then using the draw tool, click on the canvas to get a carbon atom. Now again set the current element tool. From that select oxygen element. Then using draw tool, we need 2 oxygen atoms. Okay. Now we'll set the current bond type tool. Select the required bond type. Click and drag. Okay. Now right click in the canvas, render, label mode, element. Now all the atoms got labeled. Then right click, compute, geometry optimization, OK. Now we'll select the orbit XY tool. Then we'll rotate the molecule in 3-dimensional direction. Okay, now let's summarize what we have learned in today's class. Today we have learned about the software known as G Chemical, which help us to make the models of molecules. So how to open G Chemical software? Go to applications, select education, then select G Chemical. So when we open the G Chemical software, we can see many tools in the toolbar, and some of the tools are, first one is draw tool, which is used to draw the atoms. Then second tool is erase tool, which is used to erase something. Then we have orbit XY tool, which is used to turn the models in 3-dimensional direction. Then we have set the current element tool, which is used to include the atoms of elements. Then we have set the current bond type tool, which is used to select the chemical bonding, that is single bond, double bond, triple bond, etc. Okay, so we have learned about some of the tools in G Chemical software. Then we have seen a blank space in the G Chemical window where we can make the molecular models. Then we have learned how to create the models of molecules. For that, first we have to select the set the current element tool, then select the required element. Then after that, using the draw tool, click in the canvas to draw the atoms of the selected element. Then after that, right click in the canvas, select render, then label mode, then element. So we can see that the atoms of the elements will get labeled. After that, we have to set the current bond type tool to draw the chemical bond between the atoms in order to combine the atoms. Okay, so how to draw the chemical bond? Click and drag from one atom to another atom using the draw tool. Then we'll get the chemical bond between the atoms. After that, right click on the canvas, select compute, geometry optimization, OK. Then we can use the orbit XY tool. Then we can rotate the model of the molecule in 3-dimensional direction. So I hope all of you have understood the topics that we have discussed in today's class. See you next class. Bye.